was second, won the
and the runners are loaded from the stalls, and the favourite Action. It wasn't Action Stations out of the stalls, he was the slowest away as Oceans 4 and also Winding Stream take handy positions. Very keen up on the outside is Wise Prince, who's racing wide in company with Winding Stream, who's pressing on. Closer to the running rail races Raaheeb, the Godolphin Blue of Zanati. Action is making ground right up on the outside of the field, is disputing last place at the moment with Spice, but is being kept notably wide. So out in the lead, it's Winding Stream, who leads by 2 lengths now from Oceans 4, who is in second. Into third goes Raaheeb, who's just ahead of the keen-running Wise Prince. Up the inside running rail goes Spice, who is just ahead of Zanati, who's been joined by Action. As out in the lead, Winding Stream under Oisin Murphy is now 6 to 7 lengths clear. Oceans 4 races in second. In third on the inside is Raaheeb in the striped cap. Then Wise Prince in blue and white on the outside of the yellow jacket of Spice. Then the all blue with the noseband Zanati just ahead of Action, who is going to be 3 wide into the turn. So Winding Stream trying to get a breather in, coming back to the field as Raaheeb closes relatively swiftly. That forces Oceans 4 to be 3 wide. Behind those is Spice just ahead of Wise Prince, and the last two, Zanati and Action, is last of all at the moment and being ridden along. So far that has not gone according to plan. Meanwhile out in front, Winding Stream presses on. Raaheeb sits there in second place, then Oceans 4. Towards the inside is Spice, Wise Prince, then Zanati. Action, Ryan Moore keeping at him, and he is just beginning to pick up. That head, however, is rather proud and still with work to do. Raaheeb for Rossa Ryan breezes alongside Winding Stream, then Zanati. Wise Prince changes course, then they head inside the final furlong and a half. Raaheeb is asked to try and seal the classic trial. In second is Wise Prince, then back in third is Zanati. Action staying on when it's all over, and Raaheeb is still 2 lengths clear as they head up towards the line. It is Raaheeb, brilliant in the purple, races in the blue, stakes his claim for the Derby. Raaheeb won by 2, Zanati was in second. In third was Wise Prince. Action, it all went wrong from an early stage. Then Spice, Winding Stream and Oceans 4. Well, he certainly wasn't the easiest in the preliminaries. Indeed, he looked a little bit of a lout, but in the race he cruised up. He was forced to go for home a long way out, and he's run right the way to the line for Rossa Ryan and Owen Burrows. Zanati second, Wise Prince in third, and Action, as I say, it just went wrong from the start. He was also forced wide, head a little high, but Raaheeb, that's a very taking performance. Often when they're bred as well as this, then their reputation precedes them, and it's tough to live up to it when you're related to the likes of Baid. But Raaheeb will set the pulse racing. Dante, Derby, Irish Derby entries. Plenty to look forward to in 2026.
And he's 2 out of 2. Baid and Hookham as brothers. And Jason, he's pretty useful. Let's go back to the start, which was important again.
Certainly was. Action extremely sluggish. There was drawn up sides, Zanati, but he was slow. And then Ryan went left hand down. A lot of the jockeys, actually, even the horse who made the running, Winding Stream, they were keeping off that inside. They really didn't want to get down in there. Action, for whatever reason, he just will not go forward for his rider. Well, he's always got his nose up in the air. And of course, in that sort of scenario, you're always in danger of just relying a bit on the persuader to get him to go forward.
And in the straight, Adele, the contrast in head carriage between the favourite Action up in the air. Look at the winner. He behaved appallingly down at the start, but look at his will to win here.
It's funny because Action ran on quite soft ground at Doncaster last time we see him, and usually it'll make them drop their heads a little bit when they're running in slower ground, but he didn't. So I think it's just him. I think it's just the way he carries his head, but it doesn't look very genuine, does it? Unlike Raaheeb, who, look at him, his neck's out, he really tries. When we've seen him in the paddock, he's got a lovely, intelligent head. He really listens to his rider, I think, which is a really good thing as well. Certainly standing him in good stead when he stepped up in trip like he has today, because he relaxes and he saw it out lovely.
Coral very impressed. They go 8-1 for the Derby. Unibet 14. Wonder what the jockey made of it.
Well, it's not often all the Shapwell team come down right to the chute to talk to Rossa Ryan, but that's what's happened here. Richard Hill's behind. Of course, Saki, after winning this, went on to the Derby, got beat by Sindar, but ran really well. Wasn't your fault, Rich. Rossa, this is clearly a very talented horse.
Yeah, I think he could be. He's the he does everything right at home to shows the right signs from a great page to be, so he has plenty to learn, but he's coming along slowly.
So the key questions is he a horse who knows enough to be trained for the Derby now?
That's the $1 million question. I got him off the rail there, Matt, and I was happy to get rolling. We'd gone a nice gallop, and he, hit a couple of ridges and had to learn, but he kept going, and plenty to work on, especially mentally. So we'll see. I'll leave it with Owen and the team at Shadwell. They'll know more than they do. They work with him every day, and if he comes forward at home, we shall see.
Yeah, there was a bit of temperament down by the start. We've already heard from Frank Warren today that he's going to buzz up Epsom, so there's more atmosphere there than ever before. Is this a horse that can cope with that?
Yeah, he never turned a hair in the prelims. There's plenty of people here today. I think it was just there was no badness in it. Just he's a bit fresh and a bit of a boyo at the minute, and kind of might have just woke up a small bit when we got down to post, but he's handled the prelims well. He's done everything right. Can't really fault him too much. If that's the only fault, we're going okay.
And more to come from another couple of furlongs?
I think so. I think a mile and a half shouldn't be a problem.
Well done.